Most importantly, she in a shop.
She in a shop. The wrong shop, but she in a shop. So you in two shops today. Anyway, right. This Benjamin, tell us a little bit about the community recovery unit. How was it born? How did it come about?
Okay, so the Community Recovery Unit, basically it was birthed out of the Community Recovery Report 2021 that came out of the Community Recovery Committee that was established in 2020 during COVID. So basically the Community Recovery Unit, it focuses on creating opportunities for community and self-development, right, in what we call focus communities. So we no longer call it at-risk communities, we call it focus communities. And this unit was created in last year of April by the Honorable Shamfa Kojo Lewis, the Minister for the Ministry of Sport and Community Development.
All right, good. Now, when you talk about focus communities, are these focus communities only reside in East Port of Spain, or are they throughout Trinidad and Tobago?
It's actually throughout Trinidad and Tobago. So our programs would not only range in East Port of Spain. We do have cohorts in Tobago, in Arima, we had in Bonaire, Moruga, in also in Diego Martin, in Bellevue. So it covers we try to cover the entirety of Trinidad and Tobago. Even though we say focus communities, there would still be persons within every single community that may need assistance, and whatever we have to offer may be able to help them.
All right, so let me ask Arielle, what do you all offer?
Okay, under the Community Recovery Unit, we oversee particularly 5 programs, and I could get into those 5 programs with you, one being, and our most popular program being the MPowerTT program. Now this program is males only between the ages of 16 to 40 years, which aims to enhance their skills through training and self-development. Right, and we really look at transforming the lives of these persons within the program. So they go through a series of life skills training, apprenticeship, mentorship and apprenticeship. And then we have the Boss Lady project. That's the second program under our remit, which focuses on empowering women to have their own leading lives as entrepreneurs while we do development through personal and professionally. Right. Then we have our third program being DCAMP, which is an acronym for Dream Chasers Apprenticeship and Mentorship Program, which supports youths between the ages of 21 to 35, pretty much to gain mentorship, right, and practical skills through those apprenticeships to come back into the world of work. And our fourth program is GIY, which is also an acronym for Grow It Yourself. And this is an agricultural-based program which encourages us to have sustainable agriculture within our communities and create self-reliance with food production.
Okay.
Right? And the fifth program we have under our remit is East Port of Spain Community Youth League program, and this program again focuses on youth to engage them through community sports and leadership activities in good governance and practices.
All right. Now you talk about the GIY, which is Grow It Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know, for example, in the Ministry of Youth there are some agriculture based,
yes, like shade house,
right, and that kind of. Is there any collaboration between Ministry of Sport and the Ministry of Youth, seeing that you all have a similar
Yes, we have.
focus?
We do. We have aligned ourselves within the with my DNS in supporting our programs, and that understanding entails that we give provisions when necessary to look at persons who would have gone through. So just so that you know that the competition, the GIY, the Great Yourself Initiative, was actually a competition, right? So there were prizes, monetary prizes to be won, and it really cultivated that community-based initiative where persons will either singularly through schools and through youth groups to participate in it. But when you look at the Shade House initiative, pretty much that speaks to doing university classes, right? So persons who might have shared interest in them, we supporting them in, the interest that they would have posted in wanting to further their agricultural needs.
It could be passed on.
Correct. Yes, they would be recommended.
Now, I've heard, I don't know, through the grapevine, I've heard of a situation in, what's that place, boy?
Is that a personal experience?
No. Where they have started growing crops and that kind of thing.
Right, so hold your point, because let's go back to Joy Benjamin, who's under the dryer, because we don't want to forget her.
Next thing I hear is burns.
Yeah. We don't want to.
And she'll have to come to the barbershop to cut it off.
So Joy, what you want to bring to us today? What information you have to share? From your personal experience being part of this.
The program itself.
Yes.
So what I can say, I am from a focus community, right? I am originally from Laventille, Pastor Street, Laventille, right? And in seeing the transformation when I came into this unit in April, of especially our participants in the Empower program in the Boss Lady and D Camp, it was something that you can't even measure that type of success, because persons would have basically changed their outlook on life, on their community, on the persons around them, on what they want to do. So we have about 60 persons from Empower who actually, they are employed now. They are in line to be employed. Some of them have started their own businesses. And we even have a past participant who is in our current program as an advocate, because he made a song basically called the Empower Anthem, and he recorded it, and we're also going to have him at the launch soon to sing that song, right? And one of his dreams was to become a reggae or soca artist, and he is actually beginning to live that dream, apart from his trade as a plumber. And that is just one example. And I would say that seeing the transformation of the participants speaks to just how much these programs are needed, and also shows that there is something that is coming out of the community recovery unit, of the vision, the government's vision 2020, because this is also in line with Vision 2020, as well as the vision that the minister had for the community and the persons at large.
So, right now, as we are speaking, there are people listening to you all at this point in time, and somebody saying, I want my child to be a part of this. Or a young person is listening and saying, I want to be a part of this. How can they be? Is there, I know these days we're going on the Instagram and the Facebook or some website. If that information, can you all share it, or have a phone number? Can you share it?
Yes, sure.
All right.
So our Facebook page, they can follow us at Ministry of Sport and Community Development. We are also on YouTube at MSCD TV. We are on Twitter also at SportComDevTT, and we are on Instagram, of course, at SportandComDevTT. Right? If anybody seeks to have any additional information, they can call our unit directly. The contact number is 225-2322, extension 5158.
Repeat that one more time.
225-2322, extension 5158.
All right. Is there any Joy? Can you hear us? Are you hearing us? You're still on.
I am hearing.
Right. Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
I came out of the dryer.
All right. Nice. So Joy and Arielle, is there any program like for my uncle who's next to me here? For your Uncle John? Is there any program for Uncle John?
How old is your uncle? Because I can't see.
Girl, uncle. I'm afraid to say.
No, you can say.
But you're over 50 something.
No, well, he could be. Now, for Empower, we do have mentorship. We call them masters, right? We have masters that are involved in the program. So if Uncle wants to be a master and he could impart his knowledge, his experience to the participants, we are more than able to welcome him.
No, Joy.
Yeah, because Joy, I know my friend across from me was a master or is a master.
I'm a master.
Yes, he's a master. Yeah.
So Joy, I want to protect you and Arielle, right? Because,
I appreciate that.
Uncle, you stay in studio.
But you know what I was trying to remember? The place send Barbs. I understand that, I don't know if it's under the GIY, right? But they have started a group program up on St. Barb's Hill that I understand is quite successful.
Yes.
You know?
Actually, one of the participants who was part of the program, she's from the area, and she would have won some elements in categories of the program, and she would have started a beautification at the side of like their community, so that
That's
crops could be
Simple
available.
Yes.
Be available for them.
So that's success out of the
Well, I
program.
wouldn't say that. So there's a lot of success stories.
Correct. Just as Joy was speaking on the MPowerTT program, I would also like to touch on the Dream Chasers and apprenticeship program, and also the Boss Lady. So the Dream Chasers, it's a July-August vacation program, pretty much. So it comes around once a year, and in that program, we actually had 100% completion for graduation of the participants. So within, we have seen that through the transitioning of the life skills portion to the apprenticeship, many of those workplaces that we would have aligned the participants with based on their interests, of course, they would have received employment, right? In addition to the Boss Lady project, many of these women who would have done, because we would have partnered also with the Ministry of Trade and Industry, so She Trades would have done a symposium for us, edifying these participants on ways in which they can import, export some of their products that they may be interested in. So in all ways that we can meet our participants where they are and cultivate a transformational lifestyle for them. That's what we really want to accomplish as our desired outcomes.
Now, like when you train some of these women and others, they may be looking to engage in entrepreneurship, yeah?
Correct.
How do you all partner with agencies like Netco and things to give them?
Of course, yes. They did training with Netco. They did training with Netco also.
And also, there are grants available through Netco.
Yes. So part of
and
the
we
program,
also have...
Yes, Joy.
Go ahead, Joy. You're the boss.
Yes.
We also have for Boss Lady was a pilot project. This is the first time we actually did the project last year, and what we basically implemented is a seed grant. So from each cohort, that one was in Bonaire, Diego Martin, we had Laventil Nova, we had Moruga, would
Tobago,
actually be getting a prize, and Tobago, of course, right? They're actually getting a prize of $25,000 to help start their own business. Wow. So that is something that was included in the budget, because at the end of the day, to make money, you need money. So we don't want to be unrealistic and just give them training, and when they go outside, they're like, oh my gosh, where do we start? Where do we go? Yeah, so that is one of the things that we implemented for the Boss Lady project.
All right, so the Boss Lady project, will it happen again in 2025?
Of course,
in March.
In March, all right.
Yes.
And how do people access the project if they want to be part of?
So to access these projects, it's facilitated through their community centers. So flyers and e-flyers and registration forms are distributed at those community centers. So your community center is your hub for information, right? Apart from that, like specific programs like particularly MPowerTT, we also inviting the public that they can come to the lounge talks, right? We call them M zones, that's safe places for the males to have those types of conversations, and they can learn and register at those events as well.
All right.
So when you say the community centers, is this a part of the village council as well?
Well, I know in some communities it comes under the village council, are run by village councils. However, every and all communities you are supported. They support our initiatives. Yes.
All right.
Let me have Joy. Joy.
I'm right there.
Let me see if I can get it here. You know, it's Kira, Kiara. That's Alexis. You know that person?
Kira Alexis. That name sounds very familiar.
Right, she said keep it up, Joy, and then then we have THABITI.
Oh, that is my brother.
How you and how you pronounce that name?
It's Tabiti. It's an African name.
What it
means
is?
a true man.
What it is?
Tabiti. Tabiti.
Tabiti.
Yes.
Tabiti.
Yes, it's an African name.
And
it means true man.
True man.
True man.
Yeah.
Okay, Benny, you gotta change your name, boy. Tabiti Benoit. What you say, John?
Yeah, Tabiti Oil.
But what we're hearing this morning here, Gil, a lot of information again, and good work coming out of the Ministry of Sport and Community Development.
Indeed.
Right? And I know Joy mentioned that she's someone from Laventille.
Yes, she is.
And you are from?
I'm from the east. I'm from Aruka.
From Aruka. So then let's look at, and no offense to nobody, we're looking at Laventille and we're looking at the Aruka community, right?
Correct.
And all communities go through their struggles.
Correct.
But we must face the reality right now at this point in time. The East Port of Spain, right? Laventille, Aruka, they all have their challenges. Can you tell us, Joy and Arielle, do you get a lot of young people coming from your community, Arielle, and your community, Joy?
Of course. Well, the focus is on East Port of Spain. Okay. But as I would have mentioned before, because we understand that it's not just East Port of Spain experiencing the things that every community experience, it would be expanded. But a lot of the participants would have come from Laventille, Mover, as well as Belmont. We have from East Dry River, as I said, like St. Paul Street and Philot. So we have a different, we have those participants from that side, from more on the western part of the eastern, so I know that Arielle could speak to the eastern side as well.
Arielle?
Yes, in contribution to that, the needs may differ. However, those needs must be met, right? And within the communities that we service, we want to ensure that persons are able to have an equal opportunity, although we do have these focus communities, as Joy would have reiterated, giving other communities in around Trinidad and Tobago where persons could say, me too. Right, I have also been impacted because prior to being at this, particularly in this unit, we all have Joy and I particularly, our background is in community work. So community work is something that's familiar to us in knowing that we have to meet our participants and persons in communities where they are to transition and transform those lives.
Is this the same Joy? You saw. I feel I know you.
Don't try and steal my joy.
No. Joy, you were once part of a.
Yes, I was.
All right, I wouldn't want to mention.
Yes.
I did have sitting on here, right. Okay, all right.
Yes.
I understand who you are.
Yeah. Babs, yes.
So you know what is nice, Joy?
Yes.
Here, you can separate.
Yes.
And that's what we need to do at times, Wherever we came from, whatever we do or we have done in the past, we can separate and put it aside for country, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, and with excellence. And what I just want to add to what Arielle said, this unit is, as she said, a lot of the persons in the unit, they have past community experience, and they are actually from the communities that we serve. So we have particularly project associates who are on the field with the participants. They have WhatsApp group chats. If a participant isn't there for 2 days, they go and find them. They say, what's going on with you? We needed to come back. So it's not just we doing a program for doing a program's sake. We're not even meeting them halfway. Sometimes
all the way
to meet them all the way. That's what we try to do.
All right, let me ask a question. As we talk, we just found out that the Boss Lady project starts in March. Could you give us timelines for some of the others?
So after we do, currently we are engaging, we have engaged with the MPowerTT program. So that program is currently running. Right? From the duration for that is now until April, right? And then the Boss Lady starts in March. Right. We don't have a set date just yet for Grow It Yourself, and as I stated, the Dream Chasers Apprenticeship Program, that is a July-August vacation program, so persons can start registering in the month of June. And also for East Port of Spain Community Youth Lead, we start in the month of March.
Okay, good. So we have an idea, at some timelines. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm feeling this. I'm feeling a sense of joy this morning that we should have at least some a rose or some flowers to give to Arielle and send Joy on one time because from
don't feel like I can't come back.
Yeah, but we're missing Joy in studio. but
I can meet you where you are.
Good one, Arielle. Good one. Good one.
That's
Good
the
one.
community recovery unit.
Good one.
Yes.
But ladies, we want to really thank you all much. And thank you for sharing the information. Thank you for giving of your time.
Yes, being of service.
Being
Being
of
of
service.
service.
And
yes.
meeting us where we are.
Yes.
Of
Indeed.
course. And thank you very much.
And even those one might say, but wait till them thanks so they working and they get a salary is more than that because I'm
Yep.
sure you do more than your salary.
Indeed.
Of course.
The
And even though you're minister,
of
Shampa,
course, of course.
Yeah,
Lewis,
yeah.
you'll do more than your salary. Yeah.
Of course, of course. And at this moment, I will, at no doubt, make mention of all members of staff at the community recovery unit
Of course.
who go above and beyond,
beyond.
to ensure that all programs are nothing but a success.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Ladies, thank you very much. As John said, it was a pleasure talking in person with you, Arielle.
Indeed.
Yeah,
And
enjoy.
Joy.
Next time you have to come in the
From the
studio, right?
hairdresser.
Yeah, for the hairdresser. Because Arielle went and do her nails already.
Listen to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I was ready.
Preparation, Joy.
Thank you all very much, ladies.
It was a